to your heart. Take a deep inhalation. Bring the arms alongside the ears.
You today from beautiful sunny Sanur, Bali.
Hello, my name is Jessica Dinan, and today I'm going to be leading you in an accessible yoga class. So if you struggle with perhaps getting down onto a yoga mat or up and down from a yoga mat in a more active style of yoga, then this would be the class for you. Or maybe you're a beginner to yoga. This is a great place to start as well. So first I'd like to just invite you to come to sitting on a nice sturdy chair. But not sitting with your back leaning against the seat back. Sitting up nice and tall, seeing if you can perhaps stack your ears on top of your shoulders and your shoulders on top of your hips. And then you can just have your hands softly resting in your lap. And then I would just invite you to softly close your eyes and just see if you can soften your facial muscles, this space between your two eyebrows and your jaw muscles. And just enjoy a few deep breaths in and out. Maybe taking a nice deep breath in through your nose. And as you take these few breaths with your eyes closed, I would like to invite you to just perform a little scan of your body and notice how your body is feeling today. If there's any areas that are maybe feeling a little bit sore or tired, a little bit tight, and just be mindful of those areas as we move through our practice. When you're ready, once you feel like you've arrived in your chair, you're ready for your practice, you can softly blink back open your eyes. And then from here, I'd like to invite you to take your right hand, the middle finger of your right hand, and just place it on the opposite side of the head, just about the middle of your left ear. And then from here, you can, if you struggle with balance at all, you can place the other hand just to softly grip underneath the seat. And on your exhalation, we're just gonna softly use the weight of the arm, the weight of the hand to guide the head over towards your right shoulder. So the right ear comes to point towards the right shoulder, just opening through those neck muscles along the left side there. And just holding there for a breath or two. Noticing how that feels. And then just inhaling to come back up, releasing your hand, and doing the same thing other side. So now we take the middle finger of the left hand, place it to the center top of your right ear, and on your exhalation, just using the weight of that arm to guide your left ear towards your left shoulder. And just holding here for approximately the same number of breaths. So you have nice even neck muscles. And just notice how it feels on this side in comparison to the first. Sometimes we have some differences in the stretch on both sides. And then just inhaling to come back up, releasing that hand down. And then just bringing your hands back to rest on the tops of your legs or on your knees. And from here, we're gonna take a deep breath in through the nose. And as we do so, we're gonna shrug our shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale out through the mouth as we let the shoulders come back down. Inhale through the nose, shrug, and exhale to roll the shoulders down and back. And one more time. Very good. Then from here, keeping the hands to the tops of the legs, and if the back of your body, the back of your torso is fairly close to the seat back, maybe just scooching a little further forward in your chair. So you've got quite a bit of space there. And then from here, making sure the feet are flat on the floor, we're gonna come through a few gentle cat-cow stretches. So we're going to inhale, lean the heart, the upper body forward. So we're pointing our chest forward, pointing our chin forward, and the elbows are back and hugged in towards the sides. And then as we exhale, we're rounding the back and tucking the chin. And coming back up to neutral, and we'll do that twice more. Inhaling, leaning forward, pointing the heart and the chin forward, elbows back, making that little C shape with your spine, and exhaling to round. Inhale to roll up. One more time on your next in-breath, leaning the heart forward, leaning the chin forward, elbows back. Exhaling to round. Very good. Inhaling to roll back up. And then from here, we're going to take our right knee into the chest, hugging the hands around our shin, and maybe even you'll notice that I'm flexing my foot here, so if that feels okay for your ankle, you could flex your foot as well. And holding here for a breath. On our next exhalation, we're gonna switch the hands, we're gonna bring them underneath the knee, and we're gonna extend our leg out. So if you've got tight, quite hamstrings, tight calf muscles, you may not have a totally straight leg. I don't, so it's okay if yours isn't straight either. And then releasing that down. Switching sides, inhaling the other knee up into the chest, bringing the hands to clasp around the outside of the shin or the outside of the knee, holding here for a breath or two. And then on your next exhalation, switch the hands underneath the knee and extend that leg. And see if you can get it fairly straight as it's gonna go for you today, without causing any pain. That's the number one rule of yoga, is that it should never be painful. So just bearing that in mind as we move through our practice today. And then exhaling to release that down. And then from here, we're gonna finish off our warm-up with some seated sun salutations. So this is where we link a series of different yoga poses together with breath. And we're gonna be incorporating our cat-cow stretch, which we just did for the spine, into our sun salutation as well. So just follow along with me. I'll go nice and slow for the first one. So exhaling to bring our hands together in front of our heart in prayer position, or namaste position, as it's called in yoga. And then inhale to bring the arms alongside the ears. We're going to exhale to release the hands down to our lap. And then inhale to come forward into our cow stretch. So chin forward, heart forward, elbows back. Exhaling to round and tuck the chin. Inhale to float up. And then exhale to run the hands down the legs and come into a forward fold. Inhale to come back up. Exhale, hands to heart. So we'll do this twice more, and we'll go a little more quickly for the second two, but just see if you can follow along and link your breath with movement. Exhaling, hands to heart. Inhaling, hands or arms alongside the ears. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale to lean forward with the heart and the chin, elbows back. Exhale to round. Inhale to roll up, and exhale to fold forward. Inhale back up, and exhale, hands to heart. So that's our second round. Exhaling, hands to heart if they're not already there. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to bring the arms down. Inhale, chin and chest forward, elbows back. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale to roll up, and exhale to fold. Inhale to come up. Exhale, hands to heart. So that's 3 rounds of sun salutation. So hopefully you're feeling nice and warm now. From here, we're going to do a little bit more opening for our shoulders and the shoulder blades on the back of us, and for the arms. So we're gonna come into a pose called eagle arms. So we're going to cross our left arm over top of the right one, and then you can either bring the arms or the hands to touching, like so. Or if you're not quite able to do that, then you can just wrap your arms around yourself, give yourself a nice hug. Most important thing to remember, regardless of which arm option you choose, is just to keep the elbows lifted away from your heart. Very good. So whether you're here or you're here, it's all good. And then holding here on your next inhalation, we're gonna open up into kind of like a cactus arms or robot arms. And on the exhalation, we're gonna cross the arms the opposite way. So now the left one is on the bottom, maybe crisscrossing the arms for eagle arms in front of your face, or giving yourself a nice hug. Inhale, open up. Exhale, cross the arms the opposite way. So now again, the right arm is on the bottom. Inhale, open up. Exhale, left arm on the bottom. Inhale, open up. Very good. And then just softly release the arms. Maybe give them a little shake out. You can roll your shoulders a few times in either direction. And then from here, we're gonna come into a little back bend called Cobra. We're coming into the seated variation. So we're gonna hold on to the back of our seat, the back sides of our seat with our arms and then, or with our hands. And then we're going to inhale and lean forward just as we did with our cow, but we're gonna let our arms come straight. So we're coming a little bit, perhaps a little more deeply into this pose and just holding here for 3 breaths. 3 deep, full breaths. And then inhaling to come back up. Exhaling to release the hands back to your knees or to the tops of the legs. And this next pose is going to be a counter pose for our Cobra. So we're going to come into a seated forward fold again. So we did that in our sun salutation, but this time we're gonna hold it a little bit longer. So we're gonna hold it for 3 breaths, just as we did with our Cobra. We'll hold our seated forward fold for 3 deep, full breaths. So inhaling to sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, run the hands down the legs. If you're at all worried about coming out of the chair, you can use one hand to hold on to the seat. And maybe your hands come down to your ankles, to your feet, maybe to the floor, wherever they come to is fine. And just holding here for 3 breaths. And then inhaling to come back up. And for our next pose, we're gonna come into a seated dragonfly. So we're gonna walk the feet a little further apart, maybe again, scooching the sit bones a little further forward on the seat. Just don't come too far forward, stay seated. And then from here, we're going to just gently rock a little from side to side. Just kind of opening up the sides of the body, noticing how the ribs are feeling as we rock to and fro. And then our next posture, just finding our way back to stillness at the center, we're going to come into an extended side angle. So we'll keep the legs as they are. We're going to take the right hand or even the right shin. If you can get your shin down on top of that right leg, you're welcome to do that. If that's not quite available for you, just the right hand is fine. So either the shin or the hand, and then we're inhaling to windmill our other arm alongside our ear. So we're getting a bit of a side stretch through that left side body here. So you might have your shin down, you might have your hand down and the elbow kind of bent a little bit, or maybe your elbow is straight. That's okay too. And then inhaling to come up, and we switch sides. So again, either left hand or left forearm to the shin or to the tops of the left leg. And then inhaling the other arm alongside the ear and holding here for a couple of breaths. And then inhaling to come up. Exhaling to walk the feet back together, maybe scooching your way a little further back on the seat if you're feeling more comfy to come back a little bit on the seat. And then we'll finish off our practice today with a seated twist before we come for relaxation. So we're going to take our right hand across the body to the outside edge of that left leg. The left hand can come onto the back of the seat. We inhale to sit up nice and tall, and we always twist on our exhalation when the lungs are empty. It makes it so much easier to twist. So on your exhalation, just twisting as far as you can comfortably, towards the right. And you can look straight ahead or you can look back over your right shoulder if that's available to you. And just holding here for a couple of breaths. And then exhaling to come back to center. And then we'll do the other side. So now we're taking the left arm across the body, left hand comes to the outside edge of the right leg, right hand comes onto the back of the seat. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. And as we exhale, we twist to the left. And again, you can look straight ahead to the left or you can look back over your right shoulder, whatever works best. Breathing here, holding here for a few breaths. Try to do the same number of breaths on this side as you did the first. And then exhaling to come back to center. For our relaxation, or shavasana as it's called in yoga, I would invite you, you're welcome to maybe come down to lying on your yoga mat or on your couch, or if you feel nice and comfortable in the chair, maybe leaning back a little bit. This is the time that it's okay to slouch. Leaning back, stretching the legs out a little bit, maybe crossing the arms over one another or covering yourself up with a little blanket, adding a sweater, get nice and cozy. And just softly closing the eyes and enjoying a few breaths, 5 to 10 breaths at least for your shavasana. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you like. And I hope to have the opportunity to practice with you again in the near future. Keep practicing and hopefully we'll see you on the mat again soon or in the chair again soon. Namaste.